Hello, my beautiful soul family. Welcome to my podcast on Spotify, The Spiritual Alchemist. Thank you, beautiful souls, for being here with me today. Please feel free to subscribe if you feel guided. I would love for you guys to join me here on my podcast. You can also subscribe to me on my YouTube channel, The Spiritual Alchemist. I do offer collective readings and postings and updates on there, so please feel free to visit me. And if you guys need a personal reading, you're going through a very powerful, profound transformation. I know all of us are, you guys. This is a very powerful portal in March of rebirth and transformation. A lot of deep purging and healing we're doing at a cellular level. So if you're in need of a reading, please feel free to book a session with me. I do work as a spiritual guide and a psychic advisor for over 8 years now, and I specialize in past life readings, love, relationships, twin flames, money, finances, career, as well as your higher purpose and soul's calling. So if you feel guided to my energy and you love my vibe, please feel free to book a reading with me. You can visit me at my spiritual website, www.thespiritualalchemist777.com, and feel free to book a session with me anytime. I offer 1-hour sessions as well as 30-minute readings. And if you're a new client, I would love to offer you a discount. You can also email me at starlightpriestess@yahoo.com and feel free to ask me any questions that you have. All right, you guys, so let's jump into this new podcast episode. I literally wanted to call this episode March Madness, but I decided not to. I wanted a more spiritual title to sum it up. So this podcast episode for today, March 17th, is called Stepping into Our Destined Timeline, Embracing Change and Coming into Soul Alignment. So this is a big period of balance and harmony. Okay, I've been channeling spirit all day, you guys. It's been raining, stormy here where I live, and I actually went to the bookstore to write this special podcast episode and share my experience of what I'm feeling with this profound energetic shift and timeline, this new timeline that we're coming into, you guys. So it's very, very transformational. It is a time of healing, purging, and letting go of the past, releasing that old identity and old version of self that you once were, and stepping into the new, higher version of who you're meant to be in this new, higher timeline. So let's jump right in, you guys. As I embrace this powerful transformational shift in energy, I can feel the weight of the world. There's a major purging, releasing, letting go of the old energies. We must learn we cannot control everything. As humans, we always try to control the outcome. We try to control our life situations. And really, if you guys are really feeling this powerful shift in energy, you're realizing that some things are outside of your control. Sometimes you just have to let go and surrender to God. We cannot control everything. So this is something to be aware of. And remember, some things we must allow it to die away with the old identities, an old version of self that we once related to, and embrace a new timeline where we embrace the unknown and step out of our comfort zones and start a new journey ahead. So this is a new cycle. I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune in my mind's eye. This is a new journey. I'm also seeing the Fool in the tarot, you guys, which is the number 0. 0 point. There's a major reset going on. So as we go through this major purging and releasing of the old timelines that are collapsing and falling away, we are now embracing a new higher timeline. And we are coming into this new version of self. And a lot of times in society, you guys may be feeling this way now. You're not knowing exactly where you're going. You may feel like you're in a void. You may feel like you have 1 foot in the past and 1 foot in the future. You may feel like you're straddling 2 different timelines right now. And this is completely normal, okay? So we're still finishing up a lot of our healing. We're still purging. We're going through major DNA upgrades and spiritual downloads right now. And this is really releasing us from our past. So I feel like we're being completely liberated at this time. Anything that once held you down or made you feel stuck or stagnant is now falling away from your life so that you can be free. It is a new day, a new dawn, a new chapter in our soul's evolutionary journey. There is magic and stillness in the air as we are unbecoming who we thought we once were, and now becoming who we were meant to be in this new cycle. Your life is your choice. You can choose to live in fear or be fearless. You can lack direction and purpose, or choose to embrace freedom and authenticity and live in your truth wholeheartedly. This is about being your true, authentic, raw version of yourself and embracing your highest truth, embracing your passions and love of life, and spreading joy everywhere you go. You know, energy is contagious. So when you spread your love in the world and you're kind to others, a lot of times they'll be kind back to you. If they know who they are and they've worked on themselves and they've healed, they will return that same type of energy back to you. But it's important. It all starts with self. So we need to rise to the occasion, even when we're going through challenges or ups and downs in life. We need to really be in a higher vibrational frequency of unconditional love and compassion towards ourselves and others, having the understanding, and really just spreading joy everywhere you go. And many people you'll see, it may change their day. It may put a smile on their face. Okay. So every act of kindness goes a long way. The portal energies of March, which I wanted to call March Madness, you guys, and this powerful year of the transformative snake, 2025, this is a time of rebirth. We're shedding away the old, we're healing the past, we're learning to let go and surrender and becoming whole and in alignment with self. There's a need to claim our sovereignty back and become more in alignment with our truest, purest version of self, and putting our trust in God and back in ourselves. I feel like many of us, we are coming back home to ourselves. Many of you may have felt like you were taken away from yourself, like maybe a relationship made you feel lost, or you didn't feel connected to God's source and yourself. You weren't connecting to your higher self in the past. A lot of times we feel like we're being pulled apart, okay? It's also called soul fragmentation, where there's parts of your soul that are fragmented, and I feel like now we're reclaiming our sovereignty and power, and we're receiving back all those pieces that were once fragmented from us, okay? From trauma, from childhood wounding, from toxic karmic relationships, from family dynamics, whatever made you feel like it was pulling you apart, you are now coming back into alignment with yourself and becoming whole. Now, we're coming back to purity, you guys. We just had a full blood moon in Virgo, which was a lunar eclipse. And Virgo is a sign of the virgin, the maiden. It has a lot to do with purity and service to humanity, and also coming back into healthy routines and focusing on your health, your wellness, your self-worth, your value. So this is really a theme that is going on in the collective right now in the month of March. We're really coming back home to ourselves and learning to honor our sacred self and value our self-worth and really understand ourselves at a deep core soul level, okay? And this is about having healthier routines. It could be breaking addictions, breaking certain behavior patterns, reactions, okay? Things that are triggering you. A lot of this is just healing that we need to do at a cellular level so that we can really rise into our power and really release those old, fragmented, distorted images or versions of self and become this new, higher version of ourselves where we're in true soul alignment, okay? I feel intuitively in the collective like this year is going to be a magnificent, blessed, very prosperous year to not only shed our old version of self, but to begin to live a life that is in alignment with our dreams and our vision of how we want to start to live, becoming an inspiration for others and leading the world by example. So what does that mean? It means helping to assist others on their spiritual journey back to wholeness, back to completion, and returning back to their sacred self. And we can do this in many ways as a collective. So many of you are choosing to step up as a spiritual leader, a light worker. Many of you are chosen ones of God, and you're here to bring light and love to planet Earth. Some of you guys are here to assist Mother Gaia in healing Mother Gaia, healing the planet, working with the earth and being grid workers. And others of you are spiritual teachers and leaders in this new world. And you're meant to teach humanity unconditional love and compassion and spread light and love to the world. So for all of you guys, you have your own unique purpose, and we're stepping into that purpose now this year in 2025. So many of you guys have been doing this maybe for quite some time. Others of you are just starting this spiritual journey where you're beginning to come into alignment with who you really are and your true soul path, and you're actually assisting others in humanity on their spiritual journey, and you're leading by example. But this is going to become more noticeable, I would say. It's going to be something that's like going to become more normal in society in 2025. We're going to see a lot of spiritual leaders rise up in their sovereignty and power and really choose to be a leader, a spiritual leader, or some type of leader on planet Earth, and help assist people that need maybe body healing, energetic healing, teaching wisdom and their knowledge, okay? Whatever that might be for you. For everyone, it's going to be different. So this is really about leading the world by example and helping to assist others to return back home to self. And this is just a sacred journey that we're all on. We're coming into divine alignment, coming back into harmony and balance. And this is bringing a major change that brings justice and healing and deep transformation that the world so desperately needs, okay? We don't realize how much we really need one another until we experience the pain and sadness, or maybe living a life alone, always feeling we have to go it alone, or no one really cares, or being hyper independent. There is such a thing as being hyper independent. It's great to be independent, but it can also be a downfall when you're hyper independent, when you feel like you have to do everything on your own. It's actually not true. Okay, there's always going to be new connections, new people that come into our lives that God and Spirit brings into our lives to help assist us, to help heal us, to help bring love to us, maybe to teach us valuable lessons that we need to learn, or just to show us care. So this is going to be happening this year through this process of deep transformation and healing. A lot of us are coming into deeply aligned 5D soul connections and relationships that are going to be more in alignment with who we are, and living a life that is more blissful, happy, joyful, having more freedom and sovereignty, even maybe doing something together as a couple to help change the world. So, we don't have to go it alone, you guys. A lot of people feel very alone at this time, or loneliness, or they feel like no one really loves them or cares. But this is really an illusion. We have to come back to ourselves and realize it all starts with self first. And when you love yourself and accept yourself wholeheartedly and work through the pain and the suffering and the trauma, and you change your vibrational frequency, this is going to help you to experience life in a different way. So this is going to be happening. It's a blessed year of really overcoming the hurts of the past and abandonment wounds, feelings of separation or loneliness. We now need to embrace living in a new reality where we accept one another, connect on a deeper spiritual level, and embrace each other with unconditional love and open arms. We are now only in the beginning of the Aquarian age. And I'm an Aquarius, you guys, so I wanted to really speak of the Aquarian age. It's only just beginning. We also have Pluto in Aquarius right now for like the next 25 years or 30 years. And it's a time of higher consciousness, enlightenment, brotherhood and sisterhood, coming together as soul sisters, soul brothers, understanding the truth of our own separate identity yet uniting with others and sharing our stories and truth to become connected and in spiritual alignment with our God selves. This is about the I am presence, coming back to your God self, knowing thyself. And this is when we begin to tell our own true story and embrace everyone's story as their own. Because as humans, we all go through similar experiences and dynamics in life. And this breaking apart that's been happening in the collective, where we feel broken apart, it's really putting us back into wholeness. It's putting us back into alignment again. First, we have to be broken apart, and then we have to do the healing and the transformational work on ourselves. And then we start to come back into alignment and receive all those fragmented parts of ourselves. It all comes back together again like a puzzle piece. And Aquarius energy is liberating, revolutionary, wise, beyond their years. They're an old soul. And this Aquarian age is here to bring unity and harmony, as well as healing to the world, to planet Earth. So we do not suffer anymore. We choose to stand firmly in our power and rise in our values and truth, which is embodying the highest embodiment of unconditional love. Only when we begin to see our own truth and live in that truth and fully accept ourselves completely can we begin to really heal the world and set a powerful example as a leader. I'm so excited, you guys. I feel truly excited and humble to be here during this powerful time, because this is a major, pivotal life shift in history on planet Earth, because we can now finally be the change that we want to see in the world. As we take steps towards this new authentic version of self, we also begin to attract new connections and soul-based relationships in our lives that will give us the love and care we truly deserve. It all starts with you first, like I said. So you have to learn to value yourself, and others will value you too. Learn to speak your truth and set boundaries, and you will begin to feel more respected or appreciated. The way you value and even view yourself will attract the way others view you and value you too. So it's really like a mirror reflection. Everything is a mirror reflection, a mirroring back of our own fears and insecurities. So light workers, chosen ones, you'll really begin to value yourself during this time more and rise in your power, and will help to heal and teach all humanity. You will be looked upon for spiritual guidance and will be valued and respected for the work you offer. We can all learn and grow from one another. We just have to stay open to receiving. Some are teachers, some are students, but the roles always switch. So you're never always just the teacher, and you're never always just the student. The roles will switch. Sometimes you're the teacher and you teach others your wisdom and knowledge or what you have to offer. And then sometimes you're the student and you need time to begin anew and learn new things and embrace life. Be open to change is what I'm hearing Spirit say. And it's an endless journey of lessons being learned and to continuously keep evolving spiritually every step of the way. What a wondrous journey, my soul brothers and sisters. It's all over in the blink of an eye. Our time here is temporary, so embrace each day, each moment of your life, and live it to the fullest. Every droplet of life will become sweeter, every moment worth savoring. Keep going, chosen ones. Embrace your own unique journey back to self. You are deeply loved. You are safe and protected. And remember how powerful and special you all are. Thank you guys so much for joining me on my podcast, The Spiritual Alchemist. Feel free to subscribe, and you can also join me on YouTube as well. And I love you guys so much. Thank you for being on this journey with me and listening to me today. And if you need a personal reading, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can visit me on my website, www.thespiritualalchemist777.com, and book a session with me on there. Or feel free to email me at starlightpriestess@yahoo.com. All right, you guys, I love you so much. I will see you soon in my next podcast episode. Namaste.